Hello my fiery friends, welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I am your host the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, the time has come once again for the Midweek Magic Event, but what are they playing this week? Well, they're playing one of my favorite special events for a limited time. Hopefully again this will be a permanent queue in the future, but what exactly am I talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into it right now and explain to you exactly what is the event for this week. All right, where are we at there? Oh, awesome. Yay. Okay, so as you can see right here, Midweek Magic Event is Historic Pauper. This is, again, one of my favorite ones because we're playing literally utilizing only commons. As it says right there, welcome to Midweek Magic Event. We'll try out a different way to play Arena. And this week, of course, is going to be bringing us a 60-card Historic deck that contains only commons and basic lands. So that's going to be, of course, what we're going to be rocking with today. We're going to be playing with the Midweek Magic Event. Once we are done with this, however, then we'll jump into some fun with the continuation of the deck itself. We'll see if maybe we'll try to get a couple of sneaky wins in a real ranked queue, but we'll talk about that in a bit. In any case, let's go ahead, let's jump into it, let's get started. And of course, we'll talk about the deck in just a moment once we click on the deck itself. So, which deck are we picking with today? I mean, we've done, of course, Toxic decks before. We've done the Pauper Poison deck. We were about to consider doing Pauper Affinity, but what fun would that be? I mean, not to say that Pauper Affinity is bad, but honestly, I want to try something a little bit spicier and a little bit different than anything else we have done in the past. So, without further ado, join me today for the Midweek Magic Event, as we are going to be playing with a deck that is literally Pauper Energy. I don't think I've actually seen anybody do a Pauper Energy deck ever. And I actually went through part of the listings across different websites, and yeah, there are no energy decks at Pauper level. So I thought, you know what, maybe we can be the first one to try something really ambitious with this. So in order to explain this, let's go ahead and let's cover this now. So first off, as always, we'll go over the stats of the deck first. We'll talk about all that, and then we'll go over every single card in the deck. We'll then play as many matches as we can. We'll hopefully try to finish the event, and once we're at least halfway through the stream, perhaps we can take this into regular queues, or maybe we'll actually try something a little bit more upgraded with this style. But let's first off talk about the stats of the deck first. Long-term viewers know how we do it. We have to talk about stats of the deck, of course, before we dive right in. So our Pauper Energy deck today is going to be, of course, Naya colors of white, red, and green. We're looking at an average mana curve about 2.0, and we'll be rocking a total of 24 creatures in the deck, 12 instants, 4 sorceries, and 20 lands. So, for Midweek Magic, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be, again, usually not an archetype that you see too often with this style for a specific reason. Energy cards are powerful, but usually it's mostly for the higher end ones. But I thought maybe we could pull something off with this. So let's cover again how this is going to work. So in the 1-drop slot here, we're going to be utilizing here Jolt Awake. So sorcery, 1 mana white, choose target 1 artifact or creature in your graveyard, get 2 energy, and then you can pay any amount of energy equal to the card's mana value. And if you do, bring it back from the graveyard to the battlefield. So this will be one of our recursion spells to bring back whatever we need to. We'll have for protection here Lauren's Escape, giving one of our artifacts or creatures hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and then you can scry 1. Galvanic Discharge here. Normally this is actually a really awesome all-star card for us. Unfortunately, it has been nerfed due to alchemy shenanigans, but realistically for us, it's still pretty good for what it can do. Choose a target creature or planeswalker, then you get 2 energy, although the actual real card gives you 3 energy. Then you can pay any amount of energy you want, and then Galvanic Discharge deals that much damage to that permanent. So that's how that's going to work. Go Forth here also is going to provide us with instant speed options here. You can either give a creature a +2/+2 pump until end of turn, or you can then dig out a basic land, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. So good for us to pull out what we need to. In the 2-drop slot, we're going to be rocking here Eddy Trailhawk. So this bird here is a flying 1/2. When a creature enters, you get 2 energy, and then whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 1 energy. If you do, target attacking creature will gain flying until end of turn. This can be a great way to get us a sneaky evasive attack against any one of our opponent's threats. Speaking of, again, of just building up power, we're going to utilize here Hexgold Sith. So Hexgold Slith here, 2 mana, 2/1 Slith. When this creature enters, you also get 2 energy. Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, it gains first strike until end of turn, so it can force again some good blocks and good hits here. However, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So as the game progresses here, you actually don't even have to spend the energy on this if you don't want to. This will just keep getting bigger and bigger as long as we deal combat damage to our opponent. We will want to make sure we can accelerate the game plan, so we'll utilize here Conduit Goblin here. So this Boros card, 2/2 Goblin Warrior, when it enters, also gives us 2/2 energy. At the beginning of combat on our turn, you may pay 1 energy, and if you do, target creature gets you control gets +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. So a great way for us to, again, just give one of our creatures a little hasty acceleration there and a little extra pump to then push through more damage. In the 3-drop slot, we'll have 3 copies of Inspired Inventor here. So 3 mana, 2/2 Human Artificer. When this creature enters, choose 1. You get 3 energy or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Then you can put, or you can pay for getting a 1/1 colorless serval artifact creature token. So if you, whatever you need to get, again, your game plan going here, you can either get that energy, put a counter if you think that's going to be more impactful, or again, just hopefully go a little wider with a couple of extra tokens. Also, we'll utilize a single copy here of Solstice Zealot here. So 3 mana, 2/3 Rhino Cleric. When it enters, get 2 energy. And then, of course, we can tap it and pay an energy to tap a creature down. For some instances where we don't want to deal some combat damage here. Oh, again, we have another follower here. Yay, thank you for that. Was that? I can't say it right now. Okay, hold on. For Leary. Oh, okay. I apologize for that if I can't say that correctly. But thanks again for joining us today. Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Hey, mate, I love your stream and enjoy being part of your fan community. Would you mind adding me up on Discord? Oh, okay. Well, we'll try to do that once we can. I usually will do the Discord stuff after the streams. So if you can hang in there for just a little bit, I would appreciate you just as soon as we're done here. But we'll get to that as soon as we can, my friend. Don't worry. We won't forget you on that one. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's continue with the rest of the deck itself. We'll also have copies here of Thriving Rhino. So 3 mana, 2/3 Rhino here. When the creature enters, get 2 energy. When this creature attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this will help us, of course, just start building up our creatures to make them bigger and bigger. And thankfully, because we are in Pauper, we don't have to worry too much about too much spot removal in this format. So this is actually one of the reasons why we can take advantage of certain cards that normally in regular decks, you usually don't get too much of an advantage of. And finally, on the top end of our curve here, Thriving Skyclaw here. So 4 mana, 3/2 Cat Dragon. It has flying also, and it enters, you get 3 energy. Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 3 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So again, just this with the Rhino, the Sylph here. These also are all of our great attackers here that they will accumulate more and more counters as the game progresses. And as we build up more and more energy, this will be our major payoffs to get to our victory. Now, for our actual mana base here, we are Pauper, so again, it's going to be as cheap as we can. 5 plains, 4 mountains, 3 forests, 4 sheltering landscapes here. These are good because these will be a perfect fetch lands for us, and if we don't need them, we could cycle them when we need to later on. And 3 cabaret courtyards here, actually 4 of them completely. When land enters, sacrifice it, and then just dig out whatever basic we need, and then we can gain 1 life. So this will be helpful again for fixing what we need to. Now, I know you see on here a sideboard here for best of 3. Obviously for this event, we don't really have a best of 3 for the Midweek Magic, but I wanted to throw one together for those of you that are interested in maybe playing this in actual real Pauper. Now, of course, we are limited to what we can do on Arena, but if there are other cards beyond that in paper that you want to throw in, more power to you. But for what we have today, for small level creatures against maybe like token decks and elf decks, you can play End of Festivities here, an entire set, 1 damage to each creature and each planeswalker they control. We'll throw in here Heritage Reclamation for Artifact and Enchantment Aid, and also Instant Speed Graveyard Hate for single card targets. An extra copy of Solstice Zealot here if you need to then tap things down versus just, again, swinging crazy. Relic of Progenitus here, one of our better exiling effects here, so this can be slowly but more powerful incremental graveyard hate for us. You can also exile it at instant speed if you need to exile all graveyards and draw a card. For additional protection for our deck, we could throw in Take Up the Shield here. Our main deck doesn't actually have much of it besides the Lauren's Escape, but if you need something to provide lifelink and indestructible, this will be great for us for stabilization. Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot here is going to be good for some of the more slower decks out there. You can gain some extra energy off of this, gain some life. So again, great for dealing with our aggro decks out there. And then finally, at the end of it will be Summon Chocobo/Mog. So this is a Saga Bird Moogle here, and it has a Stampede ability, giving all of our creatures +1/+0 until end of turn for 4 whole turns. So this can be good for us, again, if we just want to get a little bit more aggro against other opponents. But that is otherwise the main deck for us, everybody. So let's get to the fun part of this now. Let's go ahead, let's take this into the Midweek Magic Event, and let's see how well the deck can do. All right, let's get this going here. I'm actually pretty pumped about this one, because I don't think I've seen anybody actually put together an energy deck. Maybe we are a little, I don't know, weaker than I anticipated, but we'll see. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Hopefully this will be a fun one. All right. Waiting for our match here. Whew, okay. And then while we're waiting for our match here, Has anybody seen yesterday what they were talking about regarding more information regarding the Commander format? There's definitely some interesting changes that will be coming again. I know we usually don't talk too much about Commander in our live streams and also our YouTube videos, mostly just because we're not really invested too heavily into Commander itself, but we do play Brawl, so it is by proxy somewhat affected by that. Okay. Still waiting for us to actually get a match here. All right. Waiting for opponents. Maybe. Come on, Arena. Show me some love. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for the match to actually begin... Oh. Okay. I guess it just timed out. All right. Well, never mind. Oops. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Let's try this again. Come on. Give me a match. I'm itching for one right now. We're waiting for this. Okay. As we're loading up the match here. Oh, yes. There we go. All right. Let's do this.
It's time to
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So what we got here. So we got a lot of fetches here. So it's going to be a little slow. But the good news again is it's Pauper. We don't have to worry too much about heavy wraths in this format. Mostly it's going to be a lot of spot removal, and mostly it's going to be very creature-focused and whatnot. So hopefully that'll work to our advantage. All right, let's get the Cavalry Courtyard going. Okay, so first off, we should get a white source. So let's get a Plains. All right, up to 21. What's our opponent playing? All right, Scoured Barrens. That's cute. Sheltering Landscape. We'll get the Hawk in there. Okay. 2 energy. Plains for our opponents. Okay, what you got, opponents? Asmic Mummy. Okay, so we have to discard a card. Well, we'll throw one of our Conduit Goblins. We have plenty of those. Sheltering Landscape again. Okay. So, put that down. Get our first swing in here. Down to 20 opponents. Okay, so we can sack these if we need to, and then we can get everything we need. They have Unearth, all right. So they can do a heavy amount of damage with this, which is scary. That's big damage, by the way. But it's okay. Take a big hit down into 14. They exile it. Okay. But now we can actually fetch for the lands we do need. Let's get a green. And we'll fetch here to get our red. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, another Thriving Rhino's good too here. So, Thriving Rhino. Alright, up to 4 energy. So at this point now, it's just going to slowly start building up the energy that we're going to need to pump up Thriving Rhino or even get the Conduit Goblin going. Okay. Opponents? What else you got? Okay, they're swinging. Why are they swinging? I'm guessing they probably have either a pump spell or something, so it's okay. We'll catch up to them in a moment here. Sewer plate? No. Now, I've forgotten this format, unfortunately. This is probably one of the things that also I do dislike about this event. Unfortunately, alchemy cards do exist in Arena, and they are part of this format. So normally, it's not something we have to worry about, but... Alright. So that's dumb. Well, it's okay. We'll still make it work somehow, everybody. Okay, in the meantime here, Conduit Goblin. Get some energy. Alright. Well, I guess we'll pay it then. We need to start doing some faster damage here. It's just so annoying, though. That actually kind of brings me down a little bit here. The fact that they actually have alchemy cards that do affect us in this format. That doesn't make it fun. Okay, opponent is going to try to keep attacking, so we'll just block now. Doing a trade. Okay, so we did get a Galvanic Discharge. That's good for later. Let's see. What do we want here? Okay. Hex, Gold, Slith. Opponent. Okay. Get some more energy. Doing our swings. So the good news is we have plenty of energy. That's the good part. The bad part is just trying to catch up here. Opponent still got 4 cards in hand. Sewer Plague again. Alright. Annoying. Okay, so Let's see. Can we get through this? Dusk Legion Zealot again, so they will draw another card and we'll lose some life. Not a huge deal, because our Hawk still can fly over there with game plan anyway. We could use, of course, a couple more bigger payoffs for this, but that's okay. We can still make this work. I'm going to swing. Yep. We'll wait a little bit more. Once we get to around maybe 10-ish, then we can use the Galvanic Discharge. I'm still anticipating some kind of unexpected event to happen here. All right. Opponents? They got more removal than that. Okay. All the sewer plagues in the world. All right. Down to 12. Currently at 11. Well, I will say, though, of course, Pauper definitely can feel a lot slower because not too many plays are going to be huge, but each play will be critical. Soul Migration. All right. So we're going to make some birds. Normally, that would be a little bit of a scary thing for us, but we do have ways of getting around it. We can do this. Go forth. Let's take out another land. Let's get out. Let's get a mountain. All right, we will play the Thriving Rhino. All right. Using a lot of our energy. Can get that out of the way. Okay, so that's good. No attacks yet. Little by little. Just slowly wearing them down. Opponent's still swinging. Or not. Have we worn down our opponent enough? Summon Undead. Ooh. That's annoying. Okay, so our opponent's got to try to reanimate something here. Alright, Guardian Naga. Okay. Well, we're not down yet. We will put out a counter. Oh, actually we can. I forgot we can actually do this. So, pay the energy. Pump it up. Make it flying. Alright. Now we're starting to make some progress here. Low chump block, of course. Those are out of the way. That's good. Let's see. Right, all combat damage. Okay, so that means that can't be hit. We need another Galvanic Discharge to take this out. Okay, opponent's got their big creatures now on board. They swing with the Guardian Nagas. That means they... Okay. We have to slow them down completely here. Down to 3. Okay, Jolted Awake. Oh, that's actually pretty good too here. So let's see. Jolted Awake. We'll get back our Conduit Goblin. Alright, beta 2. Nice! We get the 2 back, of course. Okay, is that enough, though? Let's see. 5. That's 6. 7. Okay. Still not enough. But we still want to try to get in some damage here. Okay, so in that case, then... Oh, we can't win, can we? Alright, yeah. Even if we swing here, we pay all of our energy. Down to 4. But unfortunately, because this is preventing combat damage, we will lose here. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate, but hey, not too bad so far. Opponent is, of course, playing with some reanimation shenanigans here, so they beat us here. So we lose the first one, but again, it's not a big deal. Only just because, again, this is going to be playing in the Midweek Magic Event. It's still fun. Still, energy can still do its thing, even if it's a little bit more nerfed than this. Let's give this another shot. We won't stop until we do finish the event. So we got to get our 3 wins here, and whatever time left over we have, let's play with this deck in the Historic format. Obviously, I'm not going to expect to get any wins at all in the Historic proper. But hey, even if we can get 1 win there, I would be hilariously thrilled for that. Okay, so let's see here. So we got now... Okay. Got some decent attackers here. Let's get out our mountain. Okay, so opponent, show me what you got. Alright. Ginger Root. Put down our planes. Hex Gold Slith. Get that energy. Okay, opponent, what you got? Swamp. Okay. Tithing Blade? Okay. So part is probably going to be an affinity deck. Down to 18. Galvanic Discharge is not bad. So. Play the Hawk. Get some more energy. And pass. So let's see. So we do have a way to bring stuff back. Okay. Great Furnace. Okay, so they are definitely affinity. This was the deck originally we were going to play with, but we played a lot of artifact decks recently. I wanted to mix it up with something a little bit different. Okay, opponent, what you got? They're still thinking. Okay, anytime now, opponents. Anytime now. Experimental Synthesizer, okay. Okay, exile a card. They do get another Ginger Brute. They play that Ginger Brute. Excuse me. Blood Fountain. Okay. Trying to make everything work here. Do they swing? They do not. Okay. So in the meantime here... Or maybe we should wait. Actually, no, we'll wait it out. Just in case they have anything else. In the meantime, Sheltering Landscape. We will Jolt Awake our Slith. Okay, pay 2. Get the 2 back. Swing here. And we will pass. We can get to the Skyclaw pretty quick here. Vault of Whispers. Okay, so what big beefy thing is coming down? Opponents, what you got? Three cards in hand. What else could they possibly have? No, seriously, what could they possibly have right now? Deadly Dispute. Alright, so they sacrifice the Synthesizer. Technically get 3 cards out of the deal. Pretty good rate, I will say. Okay. 1 treasure. 2 mana open. Blood Fountain. Cranial Ram. Okay. I kind of figured at this point this was going to happen. Okay, so normally that is a frightening, very scary card, but thankfully we do have removal. So we can get around it. Refurbish Familiar. Okay. Okay, not a huge deal for us. We will throw away our Hawk. Opponent? No swings? They do swing. Okay. No blocks. Down 16. Sacrifice the Landscape. Let's get out our mountain so we can actually cast this dragon. Galvanic Discharge. Pay 1. Alright. Okay, Ram is down. Thriving Skyclaw. Got our cat. Okay, so how do we do this here? Okay, we'll pay to guarantee that we can get that through. We don't need to go flying, though. Okay, opponent, do you block? They do not. Alright, so this gets pumped up. Down to 16. Okay, so... we have a plan here. Opponent definitely has plenty of artifacts, though, so this could still go sideways if we don't get what we need. The only downside to our deck is most of our ways of drawing into new cards will require us to throw away certain things we might want. Opponent's got 1 card left in hand. What else they got? Oh, they're... what are you doing, opponent? Okay. Deadly Disputing. Oh, okay. Oh, they sacrificed a land for that. That's interesting. I would have thought they would have sacrificed something like the Blood Fountain or the Tiding Blade. Huh. Okay. Opponents. What else you got? While our opponent's trying to figure out life right here. Question for everybody here. So this is actually an interesting topic that I might make into a video in the future. So the question I want to ask everybody that's watching is, would you want to see Arena get rid of its casual queues? So everything will be ranked on here. What are your thoughts on that, everybody? Whether you're watching live or on the replay. Okay, Craniorama's coming back. Okay, pound hits. Oh, they'll make it. Oh. Okay, so I cannot block this. So I have no choice here but to do this. Ugh. Okay, so are we dead here? I think we're dead, aren't we? All right, because our opponent's going to swing next turn, and we don't have an answer. We didn't draw into it, so we will take the L on that one. Ow, okay. Oh, people are playing a little bit more seriously on Pauper than I thought. It's a fun format, but I'm hoping our energy is up to snuff to get at least our 3 wins. Bare minimum, that's all I want today, is just to get those 3 wins. Anything else beyond that will be just a nice bonus. Okay, trying again here. Let's get this going one more time. Okay, so in this case here, we got Cavalry Courtyard. Counter Jolted Awake, okay. Should be good to go with this. Hopefully. Ooh, we got our planes, that's good too. So, Cavalry Courtyard. So let's see, we will get out a forest. So this is only awkward because although we have the plains, we still want to make sure we have our forest when we need it. 3 tree root weaver, okay. Let's see, we'll play the mountain. And we will pass here. Okay. Cackling Prowler. Okay, opponent's going to be Stompy. And, oh, it has Ward 2. Oh, that's annoying. Huh, I don't remember these cards at all. It's all good, though. We'll make it work. Get some energy. And pass. Okay, so let's see. We can pump if we need to in a pinch. I'm just throwing everything out there. Any more pump about it? Oh, okay. Well, go forth here. So this is why we have this, just in case. Okay, opponent wants to fight. Well, 1 for 1 there. Phew. Okay. Oh, that pumps up itself up with Morbid? Huh. It's a very interesting deck our opponent has, but okay. We'll see if we can get around it just the same. Thriving Skyclaw. Get the energy again. With enough energy, I'm hoping... Oh, that's annoying too. They have a spider too to block us? Jeez. Okay, it's fine. Not a big deal, everybody. We can still make it through. No blocks yet. So this somehow gets... Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's think about this for a second here. We pay the 3. We get that. That pumps there. Okay. Okay, we need to galvanic discharge this now. Pay the 2. Get 2 energy. So our opponent is mostly tapped out? I mean, technically they have 1 mana open. Do they actually have something? I swear. Oh, wow. That's going to cost all we have just to get rid of that. But it is down. Whew, okay. And then Jolt Awake. Conduit Goblin comes back. Get 2 energy. Pay the 2 energy. Bring it back. And get the energy back. Okay. Phew. Decline for now. No. Okay. Well, that took a lot. But we did manage to stabilize, so that's good. That's what we wanted. Treetop Snare Spinner. They can put some counters on it, so that's annoying. But that's actually not the worst. Thriving Rhino. Okay, so in order for us to make this work here, Inspired Adventure. We'll get the energy. Decline. No attacks yet. So unfortunately, our opponent's going to start pumping up that spider a lot. We just need to make sure we have the white source open to actually hit it. And once we can, we should be able to then have no problem getting the Skyclaw through. Okay. Opponent. Now that has reach too. Okay. Jeez. What an annoying deck. No, seriously, like, even for a Pauper, that's... I mean, it's a good deck. It's handling us pretty well, but maybe a little too well. Okay, so... Opponent. They're going to keep pumping that spinner. So we need to find a way around it. We'll keep getting our energy, which is nice, but we're still not quite where we want to be. Okay, so in the meantime here, that would be 4. But I can't do any damage now. Okay. Jeez, this is so annoying. I can't push through this until the Snare Spinner either attacks or we have actually a removal spell. It's one or the other. But without either, we can't fight through this. That's really awkward, by the way. Huh. Okay. Come on, deck. Where is our other big piece here? It's more energy. Okay. So... oh, jeez. I don't want to quit the match. Obviously, I don't want to stay in this. I know we can push through, but wow, we completely have been stonewalled, but we've also kind of stonewalled our opponent, too. They have a lot of high-toughness creatures. We managed to get through their bigger threats, but we're, unfortunately, not where we want to be. We need to somehow stop that Snare Spinner. If we can, then we can actually make some progress here. Okay. Opponents? Cavalry Courtyard, okay. At least with this, we should be able to then get our planes, okay? So for this, we'll actually... get more energy. Nothing yet. Whew! Okay, well, until one of us gets a key card to break through, this literally can go either way. Okay, come on, opponents. Keep pumping your creatures, it's fine. Not really, but... whew, okay. 7-10. With Death Touch has completely stopped us. Cycle this away. Ooh, okay, that actually can help us break through. So this is also the reason why we have the Solstice Zealot. So this actually will be our key piece here to push through. Not yet, though. Actually, ironically, if we had 2, then we actually would be fine. But, okay. So our opponent here is probably now going to start distributing all their stuff so that we can start blocking here. You can see that now. Opponents. They can pump up the Snare Spinner now, but that actually now means that we can now start pushing through damage. Ooh, okay, so now they actually do the big swing here. Okay, so... alright. Wow. We survived the hits. So, block the Snare Spinner here with 1. You can block the Zealot here. And then, let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. Did we manage to push through this? So big swing there from our opponents. Phew, okay. Nice. So with that, Jolted Awake. Bring back our nice Skyclaw. There we go. Pay 4. There we go. Much better. Okay. And there we go. We managed to force through our opponent there. A bad swing, and we managed to get our victory there. All right. First one of the day, everybody. Yay! Thank you. All right. Phew. I thought that was going to be a stalemate the whole game there. But there we go. Pauper Energy. It can be done. So what's our first cosmetic? Ooh, okay, so we did get a rare. There's a fly trap. That's cute. Not really know if we're going to have a use for that in the future, but hey, you never know. Okay, so we did manage to get our first win there in the event for today. Let's see if we can get 2 more. Once we're done with these next 2 wins, then again we will move on to Historic with this deck. I know it's probably not going to get any wins, but if we can get at least 1 win today, I will take that as a victory in the format. But until then, we will start here. Mountain, Fanatical Firebrand, that's cute. Early swings. Go forth here. Let's get out a basic. So let's get out a mountain. Awesome. We will play actually the plains. Eddy Trailhawk. Get some energy. Okay, so with that, shock. Okay, annoying. Colin over on YouTube there. Hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today on the chat. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Colin, I run the creative energy deck in Commander, so pretty cool to see it edgy and Pauper. I didn't know if we were actually going to have enough cards in the Pauper format to actually make a proper energy deck, but actually we do have just enough. It's probably not going to be as strong as other Pauper decks out there, but I'm happy with the results. Even at this level, never underestimate the power of energy. All right, opponent is swinging here. We'll take 1 block. I'm guessing they have a pump spell. Infuriate. Yep, there it is. Not a huge deal for us. So, they do have to spend it. Issuing a Pyromancer. All right, that's cute. 14. Oh, we got our Galvanic Discharge. That's good, too. So, with that, let's play our Slith. Get some energy. We will Jolt It Awake. Get back the Conduit Goblin. All right. Not too bad there. Galvanic Discharge. There we go. Now you're seeing the power of energy here, even at Pauper level. All right. We don't need that. Just do the damage. And there you go. Now it's pumped up. That was a good turn there. We managed to turn it around pretty quick. So even if our opponent tries to use the Fanatical Firebrands, that's a lot of damage lost. Ooh, Thermal Alchemist. Okay, so yeah, full-on burn deck. I do love a good burn deck. Okay. We'll let them do their damage. Okay, down to 12. Ooh, Galvanic Discharge again. Okay, so that's actually great for us. So, how do we do this here? I think I might have to do it now. Where Thermal Alchemist goes bye-bye. Opponents? Ooh, they're going to do a Desperation hit here. That's fine. Yep, as I figured, they're going to get rid of the Slith. That's okay. We have another one waiting in the wings. Use our energy. Nice. Down. And we will now play our next one. This is good. Make that hasty. There we go. Down to 12. And it's pumped. Okay. Much better than the last game. Okay, opponent is now pretty much going to be tapped out like we are. So it's not going to be a top deck war to see who can actually get this through. No blocks, of course, because we can't. Down to 10. Sheltering Landscape. Okay, we can cycle that away if we need to. So at this point, we might as well start burning up the rest of our energy here. So, actually, hold on. Oh, actually, they might have something else, so we'll decline. We can swing anyway. Opponents? Let's see. Decline. What do they have in hand? They do block. Do they have a pump spell? Oh, they do. All right. That's annoying. Not horrible, though. So, we'll cycle now. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a Loran's Escape off the top. Jolt to the Wake, that's actually not bad. This card is so good for our format here. Alright, so with that, let's get back. Might as well get that back now since we're post-combat. Okay, pay the 2. Get that 2 back. Alright. Okay, so far, we're making the energy work. One's back to 1 card again. They swing. No blocks. Down to 6. I don't know what their last card is, but we're so far handling ourselves pretty well here. It can still be anyone's game, though. We'll see. Opponents. They're thinking about it. They have 1 card in hand. We have nothing. Ooh, they got Heartfire. Down to 2. Oh, but we have a go forth, though. Okay, so this is the critical moment here. Does our opponent block? Decline. Decline. Okay. Do you block, opponent? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. Ooh. Still not enough for lethal here. But we might as well do it. Get the pump in. So while we don't win this one, we came close. We came really close. Dang. Alright, opponents pings us here, and we're dead. But that's okay, though. Obviously, Mono Red Burn is probably the toughest deck in the Pauper format, at least here on Arena. Still good, though. I do love a good burn deck, but in this case, we were just a little short. Not a big deal, though. I will say, though, Jolted Awake actually does help us out a lot, even in this format. A little bit more than I thought, and I think it does have merit in the Pauper format. Okay, so it's alright. We're going to shake this off again, and let's give this another shot. I do know so far, like, in testing, although it wasn't too good of testing, so far the deck doesn't do too shabby. The only downside, of course, as you saw, we don't really have much in terms of card draw, unless we're utilizing things like our lands. But again, that's not a huge deal. We do have ways of kind of bringing back stuff over and over again. And it does force our opponent to use up a lot of their removal spells just to get rid of, like, single targets here. Okay, so, let's see. Cabaret Courtyard. We'll get a green source. Actually, hold on. We want a white source. What am I saying? Get that plains. So that way we get the Hex Gold Slith out next turn. Okay. So, opponents. Mountain again. So, is it going to be another burn deck? Most likely, but that's okay. Not a huge deal for us. If they start using up our burn spells, we can use our Jolted Awakes to then keep recurring. So that should prevent our opponent from completely blowing us up. Opponents? Opponent, you there? Hello? Hello? Opponents? Maybe they're carefully reading our card. They're like, wait, what is this? Hold on. Okay. So it enters. We get our energy. Do you have an answer, opponent? Blowing it up. Got a shock. As long as it's not an exile effect, we are okay. Okay, we got our energy. Nothing? Okay, that's fine. Mountain. Okay. Foul Catcher Specialist. Ether Drift. Interesting. Not something I was expecting to see, but that's cool. Let's see. I mean, also, we can just block here and just use the Jolted Awake anyway. So we can still trade if we want to. Sheltering Landscape. Jolted Awake. Pay our 2 energy. Bring it back. Get back our energy. And then we're good to go here. So this at least now gives us a shot to then sacrifice these to fix our mana for what we need. Opponents? Anything else? Fanatical Firebrand. Okay, that's cute. Do they sacrifice it immediately to get rid of the Slith? Maybe. Opponents? So obviously they're a mono-red goblin deck, which is, again, I do like me a good goblin deck. Okay, opponents. You there? Are they thinking really hard about this one? Oh, they gave up? Already? Aw, opponents! Aw, we were just getting started. Okay, well, win's a win, I guess. I'll take it. That just means we get through the event a little faster. We'll lay our claim here. Get some gems. Okay, that's cute. Okay, so we're moving on to game 3 here, but I might do one more in the event just so at least we can kind of get it going here. Okay, so here we go one more time. Let's get our game face on.
It's time to
All right. Okay, so let's see here. Nothing on turn 1, but that means we can use our Cavalry Courtyard immediately to sacrifice. Soul Warden. Oh, life gain. Alright, well, not going to do too well against life gain, at least because we don't have the tools against it, but we'll try. Soul Warden is very powerful in this format. Okay, lots of life gain for our opponent. I don't think we're going to win this one, but we'll try. Planes. Get the Hawk out. Still get life. We get our energy. But at least we have everything fixed in terms of our mana. Oh, okay. So Unicorn's coming down. That's going to be a threat for us. That'll be a really big threat. Okay, so play with the Zealots. They get more life. But at least tapping this down means that we should be able to slow down the Unicorn for a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so they swing? Yep, they'll swing. So we're going to lose a chunk here. But that's okay. Down to 15. Alright, so in the meantime, I think we'll play Thriving Rhino. Getting our rhinos in. They get into life. Still annoying. But that's okay. We will pass here. Okay. No, revitalize. Okay. They got their life gain. Okay. Anything else about it? But now we can start tapping things down. So that's actually what we want to do. Okay. Tap you down. Just pay some energy. We do need, of course, to make sure we can still maintain the energy. Oh, Radiant Strike. Oh. Wow. So now we lose our own Rhino. And we actually, that's our only way of actually tapping it down. Okay, opponent, nothing. Okay, let's sacrifice here. Okay, get a mountain. This is in case we get the Skyclaw. Okay, so Conduit Goblin. Still more life. Still very annoying. Alright, in the meantime, pay here. And swing. Put a counter on it. Okay, so opponent's not going to block, but we have a long way to go before we can stop them. No, 2 unicorns might not be doable at this point. Ugh. Okay, well, that's life gain for you. Doesn't seem like whatever format we play it again, it's beyond annoying. Okay, landscape. Cycle that. Draw another card. Okay, Skyclaw's not bad. Ooh, our Galvanic Discharge is here, though. Although, we aren't going to get enough to stop it, though. Okay, so how do we do this? I think we're going to have to wait for a second here. Pass. Okay. Decline. Boy, if we only just had not the Alchemy Nerve, since Galvanic Discharge would be a lot more stronger here. Okay, opponents. Do they have more life gain? Okay, so they put a counter on it. That's cute. Okay, if they cast another creature, though, we got to kill that Soul Warden. Okay, opponent swinging here. Alright. Healer's Hawk is down. So at least that's off the field. We'll not block here. Ugh. Yeep. Makeshift binding. Oh, now we're definitely dead. Well, our Rhino was our only hope of blocking for now, but that is going to be game. We don't have enough energy to stop this whole plan. Even with the goal for... Yeah, can't do it here. Dang. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's life game for you. We're not designed for that for this format. At least not with what we have. We're hoping to be a little bit more mid-range aggro. But unfortunately, against certain decks, you know, you just can't win. No big deal. But otherwise, as we're about to approach the halfway point, everybody, let me know. What do you think? Do you like the idea of a Pauper Energy deck? Are you a fan of energy in general? Whether it's in paper or on Arena. I know on Arena, Boros Energy does extremely well in the Timeless format. I love the deck, by the way, but I do know a lot of people are not fond of it either. Okay. Until then, while we wait for you guys to answer that, let's go ahead, let's get our stuff started here. Cavalry Courtyard. Okay, let's get out, we'll get our forest. This is where we can use our go forth. Alright, hold on one second here, everybody. Alright, banning the spam. Say no to spam, kids. No to spam. Alright, in the meantime, we'll pass here. Okay, so we actually did get a forest too, so we can use our go forth now to get plains. Okay, bonus mono black. Okay, that's cute. We'll play our go forth to dig out our basic. Get a plains. Okay, we'll throw that down. We'll throw down our conduit goblin. I'm guessing our opponent's going to be either a lot of discard or a lot of removal. But the good news, of course, is we can still get our energy just the same. Frostball. Oh, they're a poison deck. Okay. We actually played poison last time we had the Midweek Magic Event. And even at Pauper level, poison can still do a lot of powerful stuff. But until then, let's see. Well, I guess we'll play the Thriving Rhino. So at this point, it's going to be just us accumulating a lot of our own energy here. I'm anticipating we're going to get completely hit here hard with a lot of removal. Wait for it. There it is. All right. Okay, so they gain 1 life. That's annoying. Still nothing from our opponent here. Okay. Another Rhino. At least this time we have a Loran's escape, so we do have a way of protecting ourselves for a bit. I'm hoping. Now, Edict effects. So that's 2 poison counters. We have 6 energy. Opponent's not going to really do much except just blow up our stuff. Okay, Conduit Goblin. Our Jolted Awakes would be really nice right now to have. Okay, gets more energy again. Opponents. You have more removal. Okay. Alright. Dawn Pursuit. Okay, so it's literally just a mono black control deck. So now they got their 1 key piece there. Player Hawk. Something has to give here, though. So at the end of their end step, they will ping us. I think Blade... Okay. It's literally all just Edict effects. And also... Okay. I thought it was a poison deck, but it's just mono black control. Okay. They cycle away their Baron more. Draw a new card. So this is going to be very agonizingly slow if we don't get another source here. We honestly just need another plains, and maybe we can just do something here. Just something. Okay. Extract Confession. It's just literally just Edict effects. I wonder how this deck works, though, if there's no creatures. Okay, Jolted Awake. Well, I guess that's something. Not quite what we want right now, but it is something. So, get back the Rhino. Okay, Rhino brings back our energy. And pass. Like, again, their whole deck is just removal. And it's not even like targeted removal. Opponent thinks I'm just going to quit right now. Well, you know what? Too bad. You want to suffer with me, we're suffering together. Okay, get a plains. And pass. Okay. Opponent still trying to get the upper hand against us. Life gaining, draining us. Conduit Goblin, okay. 80 Trailhawk. Cacaw. Conduit Goblin. Do you have removal, opponents? Do you actually have target removal, or is this all edict effects? Okay, so they do have removal. We have all the energy in the world, and we can't do jack diddly with it just because our opponent's just going to keep blowing stuff up. I'm going to be falling asleep right now. So boring. Okay. Come on, deck. I don't know what we can play at this point. But we'll try. We'll try something as soon as we can get out of this pit. Okay, they get their ping in. Cycle our landscape. Our land. Okay, thriving Skyclaw. Well, alright. I mean, at least we can kind of protect that for a turn, but it won't be enough. Okay, opponent, any more removal? There we go. Got him. We protected ourselves for one turn. But is that enough? Like, seriously, it's just all... Jeez. Absolutely disgusting, by the way. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to drag this out. If our opponent wants to actually play this boring and mundane, I'm going to drag it out, opponent. We are suffering together. Oh, okay. 2 dog pursuits. I guess we're suffering together a little bit faster here. Has anyone run into a match like this yet where you just kind of just don't do anything? You just kind of sit here. Do you actually quit the game and move on, or do you guys all just sit it out of spite against your opponent? Okay. It literally took almost everything for our opponent to finally be drained out of cards here. But this was best of 3. I would actually have a better answer here. Okay. Skyclaw again. Is this our chance to finally stabilize? Although at this point, it's way too late. They have 36 life and we're down to 8. Yeah. Okay, 4 poison counters, down to 8. Opponent is down to 2 cards. The only way that would stop a deck like this is you have to go wide. Like, a go wide deck would stop a mono black deck like this. But our deck is not designed that way. Okay, well, we actually get 1 life, so that means we prolong the suffering a bit. Okay, it's fine though. It's fine. It's okay. I don't have anything better to do. Hopefully, all those of you that are watching right now don't have anything better to do. All right, Inspired Inventor. I guess we'll make a servo. Better than nothing. Opponents? Do you have another answer? Anything? Okay. Nothing. Okay. There's the other removal. Protect ourselves here for 1. Okay. Jolted Awake is, I guess, something. Okay, so... Dog Pursuit number 3. Okay, so that means we're going to be losing this here in a turn. We managed to not get a single hit against our opponent. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Our opponent pretty much has locked us out completely here. Okay, Jolted Awake for not really much of any value. Ironically, though, our Inspired Inventors probably would have been the best option to get in the early game. Make a servo. And we're dead next turn. Our opponents played the most annoying deck I have faced so far. I would rather play against the mono-white life gain deck. At least they do something. This is just drain until you bash your head against the wall and kill yourself. Ugh.
All right, and there's the suffering. It is over at last, everybody.
Well, sorry I had to deal with that, everybody. But again, I was just feeling a little spiteful there, so I was not going to have our opponent get a free win that easily. Well, I mean, they technically did get a free win, but I had to make them work for it just a little bit. Okay, hopefully the next game will be a lot more fun and a little bit more interactive. That does lead me to a question I want to ask anybody out there. So, what is your favorite style? Do you like control decks like that, where you kind of just completely drain your opponent out? Are you more of an aggro player? Do you like something in the middle, where you're just trying to do mid-range? Or maybe you're a combo player? What is your favorite style of playing Magic, everybody? Let me know, and I would love to hear from you. Hopefully, okay. Mono red? Okay, at least now we're playing against an aggro deck. At least something is better than what we had earlier. Okay, so in the meantime, I've already Courtyard. Let's get our green source, get a forest, get some life, so we can sponge a hit here. Mountain. Guess a flame breather. Alright, opponent is playing burn. Can we get around the burn deck? We will try. Hitty Trailhawk. Caw! Scorch Spitter. Yep, our opponent is all in on burning us out. Alright, we take the shock. Ping, ping. Down to 19. Get hit here. Throw it down to 17. Thriving Rhino. Okay. For now, though, Inspired Inventor. Put out a servo token for chump blocking purposes. The only good thing I know is, as a mono red player, I know that at some point you will run out of cards. And our opponent right now, it looks like they're almost out, so hopefully that means we can stabilize in just a little bit here. But if our opponent wants to keep using their burn spells against our creatures, so be it. Okay, no blocks yet. If we can get another land, that actually would be good for us. Okay, so in the meantime, let's see, Cabaret Courtyard. Okay. We'll get out our mountain, gain a little life back. Any life that you can gain against mono red will slow them down a lot. Okay, get our energy. No attacks. We can use that servo as a chump blocker. Okay, so far so good. Okay. We have our Jolted Awake. That's actually nice too. So let's go ahead. Let's Jolt Awake. We will get back our Inspired Inventor. Okay. Pay the 3. Get 3 back. Nice. Make another chump blocker. That's cool. Okay, so in the meantime here, let's actually swing now. Let's actually start getting some value here. Put a counter on the Rhino. Opponent, do we block? Come on. There we go. And then with that, we will go forth on the chump blocker. Nice. Alright, one of the threats is down, so that's good. And we still can protect whatever we need to. Cast a Flame Breather again. 2 cards in hand, opponents. We swinging? Nope. I think we now finally stonewalled them. Okay, so there we go. So this is actually much better for us. Thriving Rhino number 2. Okay, okay. So there we go. Big swing here. Okay, opponent, do you block? They don't. Okay, nice. Down to 9. And now with that, we have closed the gap. Okay, Burst Lightning. Ping, ping, ping. We go down to 10. Okay, anything else, opponents? 2 cards in hand. Okay, anything else? Okay, Burst Lightning again. We'll take some hits here. I want to make sure they empty their hand. Okay, so Royal Eruption. Pay the 1 here. So Scorch Spitter cannot get the final hit in.
6, 5, 4. Down to 1. Oh, wait. Oh, we messed that up. Okay. Well, that was a miscalculation on my part, but I realized that they had 2 cards there. Oops. Alright, well, I guess that means we have to play another one. Well, I miscalculated. I probably should have burned them out earlier. That's okay, though. Not a huge deal, right? At least we get our dailies done so far. Never again said, everybody, I was a good Magic player. I'm just a person that has a lot of time on their hands to try to make stuff work. But okay, so shaking it off here. This should hopefully be the final one in this event.
It's time.
Get our game face on. Yeah. All right. Okay. Whew. Okay. Plains. A landscape. So with that, I think we'll play the landscape now, since we don't really have a turn 1 play. Okay. Forest. Land of War Elves. We haven't played against elves yet. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Sacrifice our landscape now. Get out the forest. Got a thriving rhino. That'll be cute for later. Let's see. The slith coming down first. Get our energy going. Okay. So with that, opponents. Looking at our cards here. They're carefully coming up with their strategy. Okay. Elvish Mystic. Oh man, if only I had an end the festivities right now, that would probably be the best thing. Okay. Thriving Rhino. Get some more energy there. So in this instance, let's see. I know they're not going to block it, so we'll decline. Opponents. Do you block? If you block, you lose your Knoll Hunter. I know they're not going to. Wait. Oh, they do. Okay. Huh. All right. So it's a trade, but it's a fair one. Okay. Forest. Ooh, the Owlbear. Okay. Solstice Zealot will be nice for later. So for now, play the Zealot. Get some energy. We'll swing here. Put a counter on it. Do you block opponents? Come on, fall for it. Oh, okay, they didn't fall for it, but that's okay. We could still use it on the backswing. I was hoping they were actually going to chump block with the Owlbear. That's okay. Not a huge deal. So they're mono green, Stompy. I thought they were an elf deck, but okay, that's fine. Jewel Thief. We actually did play also a couple years ago, also a Stompy deck in mono green. That Pauper Stompy deck also is up on the channel if you guys are curious. Swinging opponents? Alright. That's fine. Okay. Moment of truth. Do they have a pump spell? If they do, we're in trouble. But we're going to take the chance here. Oh, they do? They have a pump spell? Oh, they had a ram through. Ugh. Well, I mean, we gambled. But sometimes you do lose. Okay. Another go forth. That's not too bad either. Okay. Pump here. Down to 7. Alright, so do we lose next turn? 1, 2, 7. Oh, we lost, didn't we? I didn't realize we were on the backswing there. Alright. Well, that's my mistake there. Okay. Yeah. Oopsies. Okay, I miscalculated there, unfortunately. Oh. That's on me, everybody. That's on me. Take the L there. They got Exacxies. It's okay, though. Well, I guess that just means we get to play at least another one in this event. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so shaking it off here, we'll decide to see. This one hopefully should be the final one for this event. After that, again, once we're done with the event, we'll take this again into Historic. Maybe we can score one sneaky win. Just one. If we can get one, I would be happy with that. Okay, so far, I think we can really cast on turn 1 here. That's okay. Play the Forest, and we will pass. Okay, opponents. Play go forth. So let's get our red source out. Okay, opponents. Do you let us have this? Okay. You're playing mono blue. That could mean counter spells, but we'll see. Okay, so they are going to be playing with counter spells. Okay. We'll find a way around that. I don't know how, but we'll find a way. Okay. Mono blue. Doing mono blue things of not playing anything. Let's see. Alright. Conduit Goblin. Opponents. The only way we get around this is we just have to find a way to just get underneath them. So in other words, that means we have to burn up all of their counter spells. Literally all of them. But they're going to have a ton to deal with here. Alright. And the counter spells are going to start coming. Okay, Sheltering Landscape. Thriving Rhino. Anything else, opponents? Our counter spells. Opponents. Alright, there we go. Starting to do their thing. Okay. We'll still try to find a way. Skyclaw, okay. Wait, hold on one second. Now, Arena, you... I hate when Arena does this. Okay. I was trying not to have it auto-tap, but I forgot to... I should have just manually tapped. Okay, this time we'll pay the 2. Just to force them to use up all their counter spells. Okay, they draw 2. They made a Glimmer. We will make a Servo. Okay. So we managed to at least get one creature on the field, despite all their shenanigans. Still have 4 cards in hand, though, and a Lander token. If I was to assume... There they have it. There you go. Okay. It's a Tolarian Terror deck, everybody. So in other words, the whole idea was to make this cheaper once they have enough counter spells in the yard. Alright, so... But we do have ways around that still, so it's not like it's horrible. So let's see. Let's play the Rhino. Any more counter spells? The only awkward part about this also I realize is we haven't been able to get any energy because our opponent keeps playing counter spells, so we can't even get that. Like you can see here. We can't get our game plan going at all. It's unfortunate. We'll try. Tolarian Terror is definitely a annoying card. Good one for Pauper, but still annoying. Okay, so in the meantime, no blocks yet. Okay, opponents, anything else? Okay, got another Lorenz Escape, so for now, no attacks yet. I want to drain them all off of their cards. They have 2 cards in hand. I still don't know if they have any other actual counter spells. A Jolted Awake also would help us out here too. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Alright, well, I guess we'll do this now. Not really a reason for us to do this right here now, but we want to get that land. Okay, so at least that's now out of the way. So, block here. And Lauren's escape. Doing this now because I want to see if we can fix our next draw. Also, I'm trying to lure our opponent out of using their counter spells. Opponents? Okay, a Thriving Rhino on top. Do we want that? I guess that wouldn't be too bad. Okay, so sponging the hit. So it buys us time. Okay, so Rhino again. Does our opponent have more counter spells? Okay, so wait, do we want to block this or do we just end up dealing with this? Okay, escape. Anything else, opponents? Anything else? 2 cards in hand. You got 5 mana open. You got to have something else. Oh, here it comes. Maybe? Yes? No? Opponents? Alright, they're thinking. Okay. They bounce back. So that still goes through, unfortunately, but it's okay. We did force our opponent to them just keep using up all their stuff. I'm guessing they have to have another Tellurian Terror in hand. Down to 10. Can we survive just a little bit longer? All right. Opponent. Okay. This time we'll actually get energy. And then from here, Eddie Trailhawk. Is this getting countered? At least now we still have the servos, so we can still chump block Tellurian Terror for a smidge. The whole goal here is, again, just to make sure we just draw them out. All right, opponents, anything else? Poe Panda, hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today. Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Pauper content, yes. Not too often we get a chance to do it here, but I do enjoy it when we can. Okay, still trying to find a way to stabilize here, despite the odds against us. Thriving Skyclaw, 2 cards in hand still, but jeez, just mono blue. Didn't say please. Okay. Okay. They mill us for 3. And all right, well, wait, no, we can't do this either way. I forgot that with the War 2, we can't even like do anything here. It's literally just us just surviving until if they get another terror down, then we're dead. Okay, I'm still swinging. Jump block with our servo. Okay. Ugh. Another hawk. I'm just trying to see if we can get at least enough energy so we can just take out the terror. But come on, deck. Ugh. Ugh. This has been a painful match. Still haven't been able to do a single point of damage against them just because of how they handled that. Look at this. Again, just mono blue. Okay. Swing it again. All right. Well, moment of truth. Did we get there? Did we stop this terror? Or do they have another one in hand? Do they have a counter spell? Do they have 2 counter spells? Come on, opponents. Okay, they do bounce it back. So it fizzles, unfortunately. Then they could replay it for literally next to nothing. Okay. Skyclaw, number 2. Does this stick? Maybe? Come on, deck. There we go. Okay, so we got some energy. Normally this is great, but they have so many ways of just bouncing back and forth the terror. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to give up the match just yet. There's that part of me that doesn't like to concede too early, although we've done it before when we know we cannot win. There technically is a way to win if we can just get through all these cards. Like, if we could just completely empty their hand, then I think we have a way of stabilizing. Until they play another Tolarian Terror. Okay, so at that point now, we're in just chump block mode forever. And with that, that is actually game now. Oh, well, I mean... Okay, wow, we actually got through all the counter spells. It only took, like, forever, by the way. Okay, no attacks. Okay. They've gone through probably almost all of their lands at this point. Like, I'm probably sure they only have, what, no, 9 more? Okay. Block here. Block here. I would like to have blocked both and then Galvanic Discharge, but that stupid ward ability prevents us from doing anything. Okay, other planes. Oh, gee. Okay, you know what? Out of spite, we'll kill one. Boy, what a frustrating match this was. Took everything we had, and still we could not drain them out because the Tolarian Terrors just could not be beat there. Man, that was sad, actually. Huh. This is taking longer than for us to actually finish this event. Although I suppose I probably could have finished it 2 matches ago if I didn't make one major mistake, but that's okay. I still enjoy Pauper just the same. What are your thoughts, everybody? Has anybody else out there played Pauper actually outside of Arena, like an actual paper? Arguably, based on the state of the game right now, I would say that Pauper is probably the best format right now out of all the formats in all of Magic. I really hope, though, that someday we actually will get a proper queue for Pauper in Arena. I would love that. I actually would do a lot more content for Pauper if we actually can actually get that someday. Okay, draws Force Bridge, so that probably means they're Affinity. Okay, so in the meantime, play our landscape. Okay. Swamp. Opponents. Vault Scourge, okay. That's cute. Alright, we will get out our mountain. Cavalry Courtyard. Okay, so in the meantime here, let's see. Get the Conduit Goblin now. If they blow it up, we have a Jolted Awake anyway to bring it back. Okay, so let's see here. What else you got, opponent? Okay, 5 cards in hand. Oh, they're Grixis Affinity. Huh, okay. 3-color combo. I was expecting the 2-color combo, but 3-color, that's interesting. I mean, there's a lot more power to it if you do that. Automatic Blast, annoying, but still fine. They go up to 21, we're at 19. We still have plenty of time, though, so this is not a horrible thing. Okay. Since right now we're running mostly our Boros colors, I guess we'll do it this way. Alright, so Jolted Awake. Get the 2. Pay the 2. Bring it back. And pass. Okay. So unless if our opponent puts something on top of Vault Scourge here, we should be okay for a bit. Okay. Do you have an answer, opponent? Oh, they might actually have an answer. Oh, they do. Metallic Rebuke. That's annoying. That's fine. At least now it's out of the way. So we'll get the second one going. Pay just 1. Still get to keep our energy, which is good. There we go. Hexagold Slith coming down. Free. Sheltering Landscape. There we go. Don't pay any extra. Do some damage here. Down to 17. Now we're in a better spot. Whew, okay. We finally stabilized. At least, I hope I do. There we go. Our final win for the event, everybody. Nice. Okay. Our opponent did not want to deal with our nasty little combo there. But seriously, Conduit Goblin and Hexo Slith can do really good stuff here. So yeah, I'm happy about that one. Okay. So with 30 minutes to go before we are done with today's stream, let's actually take this into regular historic out of completely bonkers idea here. But if we can get one win with it, I actually would love to see if we could pull off some stuff here. Okay. Got the university campus. That's cute. Okay. Again, no hope for this, but maybe, just maybe, we can score one sneaky win here. So we'll just play it, of course, into the... Actually, you know what? I'm feeling a little zesty here. You know what? Let's try the ranked one. I have no hope it's going to get any wins in the next 30 minutes, but hey, we will try. We can get maybe like, I don't know. If we get one win, that actually would be great for us. It's not impossible. Of course, the odds are completely stacked against us. So we're playing in ranked with a Pauper deck, a deck of all commons versus an opponent that could be playing anything. Is this absolutely insanity? Well, let's find out. Okay, Sacred Foundry. They're playing Loris. Unlucky Witness. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a sacrifice deck. But in all honesty, I'm just doing this just to have some fun with this. What are your thoughts overall on Energy, everybody? I would like to hear your thoughts on that. Even though we're playing a very powered down version of it, do you like Energy at all? Are you a fan of sorry. What was I trying to say there? Are you a fan of the mechanic? That's what I was trying to say. Play the Forest. Any Trailhawk. Caw-caw! Oh, we have all of our 3 drops in the world right now. We just need to get at least one more land. Any land can do it. Amp Driver. Oh, okay. Okay, opponent. Got the Goblin Trap Finder. Okay. Alchemy shenanigans abound. It's gonna happen. Okay. Nothing yet. Cavalry Courier, that's actually the one land we didn't want because now we can't cast anything. But it's okay. No attacks yet. Opponent definitely gone wide real fast here with this game plan. Not playing anything. I mean, aside from their shock lands and whatnot, like nothing really. Oh, there's the Ajani. All right. So, opponent here completely obliterating our game plan here. Nice. They took our actual Hawk. Wow. Okay, opponents. Just went super wide against us here. And, okay, Inspired Inventor. I guess we'll make a Servo. No attacks yet. Okay, so, not much we can really do against this game plan. Village rights, okay, so that means they sacrifice that, they flip their Johnny, and that'll probably be game against us. But it's okay. The idea, of course, was just to see what we can do, if anything at all, in this format. Goblin Bombardment, okay, and that's going to be game, most likely. Okay, God of Souls, yep. Boros Energy, everybody, so actually better Mardu Energy.
Let fury ignite your heart.
Okay, so we die. A horrible death. So again, we'll just skip that one now because we knew for sure we were not going to live. That's okay. We're still at diamond rank, but at least this would give you a good idea of, you know, what to expect at this level. Although I suppose if I really want to, I could just play this in a more casual way. But I still want to see. Maybe we can pull it off. It's not impossible, but let's see if we can get at least one win in this format. Okay, let's see. Keep. Poe. Energy is a pretty unique mechanic. I have heard that it has been broken in the past. Oh yeah, when Kaladesh was out, like, wait, how long ago was Kaladesh now? Wait, Kaladesh was 2016? 9 years ago? Ugh, I'm getting old. Okay, but for real talk for a second here. Kaladesh, when it first came out, was an interesting place for Energy. I like Energy. I actually do like the mechanic, so it was something that appealed to me when it was a thing. Having said that, though, I do know a lot of people do not like Energy because the past version of Energy, even though it was standard legal, was pretty broken. So there was a lot of stuff that Energy made it feel like it was free. It felt like a free 6th mana, if you will. Having said that, since then, like we saw Energy come back last year with Modern Horizons 3, which I love, but at the same time, Energy still has its issues. And this is coming from someone that does play it frequently, so I actually do have a Pauper Energy deck. It's of course not nearly as strong as like what we've seen out there, but it is a thing. So, I don't know. Take it what you will. I know some people hate it. I like it. And some people are kind of meh on it. But it is a unique mechanic. The tricky part is just trying to find the right balance for it overall. Because again, if you don't balance it right, it feels like it does nothing. But if you balance it too strong, then it's also broken. There's not really an in-between, if you will. Okay, opponent is bouncing back her stuff. A little annoying, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. I mean, we still get energy off of that, so we still get a little more. Pass. Okay, in search of greatness. So they scry. Alright, opponents. Trial of Ambition. Alright. Let's see, what do they do? Okay, so they can exile this and flip it. Okay. So we do lose that. They're playing Yorion, so it's going to be a blink deck. Galvanic Discharge. Get a little energy out of that, but we also pay it. So Jill's down. Thriving Skyclaw, that's cute. Get some more energy. And pass. Okay, so I'm wanting to play with Jill as well. But I don't know if we can muster it up at some point. We do need to go through some more Final Fantasy cards at some point. I've been meaning to still jump back to Final Fantasy because there's a lot of cards that we have yet to actually play with. Maybe we'll do that over the next couple weeks or so once we get ready for Avatar. I'm pretty sure with Avatar also coming out too, we're also going to be dealing with a lot of legendaries. So I'll try not to go overboard with the Brawl stuff, but it can't be helped when you're playing with a lot of legendaries. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. All right, they're going to be summoning Yorion in a moment. We're going to be ready for that. In the meantime, so search greatness. Othakaya. Okay. What do they get? Most likely it's going to be something to stop the Goblin. Yep. Skyclave Apparition. Joy. Actually, we'll probably save the Galvanic for Yorion here. Okay, Conduit Goblin. Okay. So, dang. Our mana's not quite where we want it to be for this. And we still get the energy. But the issue is we don't have a way of protecting our creatures until we get another white source. Okay. Yorion. So they blink away everything. Or at least they blink away the most key pieces. Wait, how did they bring that in instantly? Did they... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention there. Potose, the Silent Spider. Okay. They steal a card from us. Okay, so that means we lose our Galvanic Discharge here. Wow. They actually had an answer for us there. That's annoying. Opponents. Didn't throw deck. That means they will take away this Galvanic Discharge. Okay, they take that. So that's one of our few removal spells that we really, really wanted. They will take out our Illusion, and they will take out the Skyclaw. Okay. Obviously not the best run of a energy deck, but again, it is a Pauper Energy deck. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do. So we're going to get steamrolled here pretty quick. Man, I was hoping at least we can get one win here. Oh, Christina Barkley, how am I doing? Well, I'm doing great. Thanks again for asking. And how are you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Okay, we still Yeah, we're still not quite where we want to be. So this is going to be a wash for us, so we'll just cut it now. Well, again, I don't like to cut matches early, but yeah, we were just going to get completely blown away there. Okay, maybe we should just dial it back to casual historic. Maybe we could try that. I would like to at least get one more here, so let's actually we'll do unranked. I guess it doesn't really matter, because again, we're just playing a deck that's completely mismatched for its own format. But let's see, maybe we could try one more time. Sorry that you were late, and you don't need to apologize. I still appreciate you being here just the same, even if you just stop by and say hello. So, again, thank you for that at least. I appreciate any and everybody that does say hi, even if you have to just be on your way. Your support is all I appreciate, so thank you. Okay, so let's see. We'll hold on to what we have here. Okay. And landscape. And pass. Here's a bug. Oh, yeah, I noticed that looks like we're having a small little issue here. Okay, hopefully we'll be able to push through this. Okay. Did we lose connection again? Okay. I think we're doing okay now. Maybe? Hold on. It looks like it's pooping out on some places that you guys are watching from, so I apologize for that. But if it's running fine on the other platforms, let me know, everybody. I know some of you are scattered across different formats, so let me know what it's like on your end there. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. Decline here. We'll pay the 2 there. Opponents. Okay, we managed to get our damage through. Okay, so that's what we wanted. Okay, so far so good. Opponents, 6 cards in hand. You got plenty to work with here. Opponents. Opponents. Yoo-hoo. Hello. Opponents. Are you there? Opponents. Okay, so opponents right now doing the benthic biomancer shenanigans here. YouTube is good. Okay. Well, honestly, to be fair, and I do appreciate it, the bug just started again. Oh dear. Interesting. So YouTube's stream is stable. I'm trying to look at my other screens from what we're trying to work with here. Instagram has been having issues, and it sounds like what? It seems like it's having issues on other platforms. Okay. Huh. I guess I'll check the Twitch one in a bit. For now, let's see if we can try to get through with just a Hex Gold Slith. Wow, we need a green source. We need a green source, and hopefully we can get this through. Okay. Zingata. Alright. I think we can get rid of it. Okay, we can get rid of this. Nice. Alright, cool. That's out of the way. Another Slith. So that builds up our energy again. Okay, don't pay. Down to 11. Okay. Hey, we're actually doing it right now. I'm surprised. We're so far so good. Okay. Opponent, what else you got? Combine, Guildmage. Okay, so it's like a... Is this like the pre-con that they give you in Arena? Everything's gray? Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, well, Okay, we'll not do anything here. Opponent, do you have any answers? Nope. Okay, down to 4. I'll pass here. Wow, we actually might just get there with just the sliths. Okay. Opponents, any other answers? Anything else? And again, I do apologize, everyone, if the stream is pooping out for a little bit here. Dang, we're so close to finishing this up, though. All right. Yeah, they're just playing a guild deck. It's kind of cute, though. Well, still appreciate you still being here anyway, Christina, so thank you for that. Okay, they got 1 mana open. Do they have anything else? Stony Strength? Okay. Well, that's cute. So, yeah, like this, they're just playing the pre-con that you can build in Arena that they give you. That's interesting, but okay. I guess if it works for an opponent there, hey, more power to you. Okay, anything else? Okay. Got back to discharge again. Okay, so I guess that works out for us. So in the meantime, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Got that out of the way. And this should hopefully be game. What do you block, opponent? Yep, of course you'll block there. Down to 1. All right, opponent, you have 1 turn to answer us. Hey, not too bad, right? Our little precon managed to stop a... Or actually, our Pauper deck stopped a precon deck, so hey, I'll take that win. That's cute. Your Wi-Fi is bad? Well, oh boy. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Wi-Fi issues can be frustrating for anybody out there. Okay, so I think maybe this deck might not be able to survive proper ranked historic, but it can hold its own in just casual historic. I mean, if you just want something to play with that's dirt cheap, why not? I think, what is it? And I'll put a link for this, of course, at the end of the stream. Once the stream is over, all the details, of course, will be located on this. So if you guys are interested, you want to see the replay, you want to check out and see how you can build this for yourself, that all will be there for you guys. And as we're getting near the end of the last 15 minutes of the stream, if you do like, of course, what we're doing, and you haven't, of course, already done so, show some love. Please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss on any of the gameplay like we're doing right now, booster pack openings, live streams, and so much more. In the future, we'll be throwing up more exclusive content for Patreon subscribers out there, and of course, members-only videos. So if you want to check those out, we really would greatly appreciate your support. All right, let's get out our mountain. Any and all support you can provide, whether you do want to subscribe to the Patreon, or if you just want to help us out with just getting, watching our stuff, I appreciate that. Okay, go forth. Let's take out a basic land. Got our planes. Okay, got a Lawrence escape. Okay, so our opponent here is going to be playing an angel deck, I guess. So let's get our energy production going. We need to start blowing up their angels quick. Giada. All right, as expected. They will gain some life there. Okay, Conduit Goblin. So we need to slow them down. Okay, Giada's down. They do make a spirit out of that, though, so that's annoying. But it's not the worst. We're still going to swing. Opponents? Oh, they do block. They double block. That's cute. Oh, what were we trying to say? Trying to say there, Christina. Felix has subscribed over on YouTube there. Well, thanks for your subscription, my fire friend. Appreciate that. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Okay, we managed to take out their Bishop of Wings, so we are slowing them down just a smidge. Okay, so when we sacrifice the landscape, we can get a mountain. Skyclaw will come out. Okay, Righteous Valkyrie. Scary, but it is not completely stopped. Christina. OMG, everything is so pixie and gray. Oh, like, is the stream still pooping out on you? Yikes. I'll someday try to get that fixed somehow. I don't know how, but I will. Okay, so in the meantime here, pass. Okay, opponents. Oh, they have a... Oh. They're Orsov Angels? I thought they were just mono white. Huh. Okay. Well, now that changes everything. I don't think now we're going to do this. So we can try to block here. Down to 17. Driving Rhino, but that's not enough either. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, we're going to get all the energy in the world, but there's no way for us to use it. Without the... Okay, uncounterable angels. But yeah, without the ability to... Okay, Lycia. So that pretty much just blocks it out of us. So anything that dies, they just bounce back. Okay, swing in. Yeah, I've kind of lost the will to fight this one. Alright, we'll pass this one too. Alright, so with that, we'll move on to one more. I think we'll just see if we can get one more game going, everybody. One more here, and that'll be it for today, everybody. Because I'm looking at the clock, and of course I will need to take care of some things. So, as always, I do apologize. But hey, we do have some big fireball stuff we got to take care of. But I still appreciate you, everybody, being here today, just to at least see how we did with the Midweek Magic Event. But don't worry, once we're done with this last game, we will still cover our overall vibe of the deck, the good, the bad, the ugly. And again, for those of you that are interested in seeing what is to come for the future, we'll talk about that once we are done with this analysis of our deck. But so far, I definitely do have some things I do want to say when it comes to our deck so far today. Alright, so in the meantime, let's see. Can we get this final game to be a good one for us? Hopefully we can. Okay, we'll play the landscape first off. And we'll pass. Alright, so... Temple Deceit, alright. They got their Scryland. Not sure how it happened. I mean, I couldn't tell you either. Okay, get a mountain. 323 where you are? Huh, okay. Well, it's 122 here. Well, I guess that means it would be 123. I don't know. Time's difficult in places. Conduit Goblin. So we get our energy started. Alright. Swamp. Opponent, what you got? Removal? You have to have removal. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, chart a course. Okay, so they throw away something. So... Reanimator? Control deck? Not sure what our opponent's trying to do here, but okay. I guess we'll find out in a second. 8 cards opponent, you gotta throw away. Okay, throw away an opt. Okay, so I still don't know what exactly they're doing. But I guess we'll find out here. In the meantime, Inspired Inventor. Let's get some energy. We will turn on the Inventor. Get our swings. Down to 15. If the Goblin can survive a little bit here, we can also use our Slith here to hopefully do some extra damage. Oh, you're in South America. Or should you say South US? Wait. So is it the South? Or are you like South America, South America? Like, you know, like past the equator. I guess I never really asked you that, your location. Not that I ask everybody, but a lot of people... I tend to get a lot of international viewers. At least whenever I'm playing. Okay, meantime, opponents. Still got a game in here. Oh, okay. The Terminus. Which I think is what? The Soul Stone in Spider-Man? Again, I never remember what these Omen Path / cards do. But okay. I guess our opponent's playing a Mana Rock. They're drawing cards and throwing cards away. Huh. I don't know what that means, though. I might be a little concerned. Until then, however, Hex Gold Slith. We will turn it on. So I think we're just an aggro plan now. Decline. 8. Counter on that. All right. Huh. I am a little scared. I feel a Wrath is coming any moment now, because that's the only thing that's going to stop us from winning. Yep. Okay, so the house grows hungry. So they destroy a creature. Goblin? Or the Slith? It has to be one of those two. Yep. It's the Slith. So in the meantime, I guess we'll just do this here. Target it. Pay nothing, though. So that's mostly just for us to get some energy. Okay. If we can get a green source, or actually any land right now. Oh, feed smart. Ow. It does take him down to 6, though. Okay, go forth we can't actually play with. Down to 4. Okay. Maybe you should have gone wide with that servo token. That actually would have been better for us. Christina, you're not sure? Wait, how are you not sure? I mean, I would say if you're online right now, you probably could just look up on a map. Wait, you know where you are? Well, I hope you know where you are. It would be awkward if you didn't know where you were. We'll throw away the cat. Okay. Mix of Undeath. Okay, so they are a reanimator deck, but they don't have anything in the graveyard yet. Maybe they actually did not get a creature. Still. Interesting. I actually didn't notice that this card is actually pretty good. There is, was it LCS Nightmare is, I guess, the budget version of this card, but it does kind of the same thing. You destroy a creature, you make an opponent discard a card, and then you exile a graveyard. But this one is at rare. Oh, Valgavoth's Faithful. Okay. Huh. Oh, okay. They're playing the Necromancy card. So this is an old card. I actually have a copy of this, by the way. It's an old school card, which is a little complicated, but you can see that's a wall of text right there. So you may cast a spell as if it had flash. That's at any time with a sorcery. So that means they steal this from our graveyard. They add the Necromancy to it. If the Necromancy goes away, then that means that they lose the card. Yeah, literally a wall of text just for all that. Too much for me. Okay, Gas Guzzler. Wait, are they going to pay? That's not going to do it. Wait, why would they do that? That doesn't do anything. Okay, whatever, opponents. You play how you want, I guess. Okay, we get our energy there. Decline. Let's see, hold on. Okay, so no attacks yet. Okay, so all we need to do at this point is we just need a land. Ideally, a red land can get the Skyclaw out. Conduit Goblin can then turn it on at instant speed, and then we can then get our win. You love my videos? Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Archmage of Runes. Okay, they're swinging. We can definitely take the hit. That's not a problem. We still have time. Come on, deck. Give me at least one. Okay, not quite the source we want, but that's okay. Actually, I'll take it. So in the meantime, go forth. Get the basic we do need. Get the mountain. Don't pay anything yet. No attacks. Okay. So, if our opponent plays their last card here, I think we might be able to get our win here. All we just need to do is just one final card. I don't know what they're going to do here. If they want to do a big swing, that's fine. We just need the Conduit Goblin on our side to survive. That's literally all we need to do. Okay. They swing. No blocks. Down to 13. We're at third gear, but that's okay. Okay. I think we finally have this 1-1. Oh, finally. Okay. Get our energy in. Pump up the Skyclaw. We swing with it. We'll pump it up again because why not? And there we go, everybody. We get a legit win in Historic with our cheap little deck here. So, yay, we finally did it. That was a nice way to end it, everybody. Great way to end this stream. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. So that was definitely our final one for today, everybody. But let's go ahead. Let's do our quick wrap up here before we are done for today. Okay, so we played the Midweek Magic Event. We played with our Pauper Energy deck, everybody. So you tell me in the comments below, or just whenever you want to, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? The good news is, of course, if you do want to actually play this in legit paper, I think the deck is like, what, 25 bucks? Although, like, $9 of it is literally just for the Relic of Progenitus. So if you actually don't want to spend $9 on 2 cards here, then just, I don't know, like go with Tormod's Crypt. Even though Tormod's Crypt is an uncommon in Arena, actually in paper, it actually is counted as a common. So you can use that if you want to. And then the deck goes down to like $16. That's actually really good for a Pauper deck. Not the strongest Pauper deck out there, but it's a fun one. And you saw today, we can definitely take advantage of the energy. It kind of makes me hope that maybe in the future we'll get some more energy cards and you can really get a legit fun Pauper deck that actually can compete with the big boys. Having said that, if you do want a more stronger Pauper deck, there's definitely plenty of other options out there for you, but I'm not going to list them all right now because, again, the point is to just have fun with it today. Now, as far as what you would do to upgrade this, I mean, I'm not going to really mention anything upgrade-wise, mostly because, again, the whole point of it is to be a common deck. If you do like energy, however, we have done in the past quite a few energy decks that we still have here. So we do have our Timeless energy deck that I've done here in the past. So we do have here. This one's our much more powerful one that's built for Timeless. Technically, it can be played in paper. The only downside is Amped Raptor is banned in Modern. So unfortunately, you won't be able to play this build in formats because of that one card. If you wanted to, however, you could technically power down the deck and make it valuable for, Pioneer? But again, same issue. Amped Raptor just is not available to us. If it does become unbanned, then I would definitely recommend this alternate build if you want to for energy. Otherwise, regular energy decks right now mostly just use Boros energy. That's going to be the standard. That's, again, only if you want to. But again, your mileage varies because it really just depends on what you want to do with energy decks in general. Either way, we'll still be more than happy to leave the link for you at the details of this video once we're done. Now, before we end it completely today, my True Fire friends who have stuck around this far into the video, thank you so much for that, and I do appreciate your support. So, real quick to give you an idea as to what's to come, are still trying to figure out our next live stream or so. I actually might do something completely different, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the week with the poll. Otherwise, we do have a semi-Halloween themed deck that I'm working on right now that should be ready to go for next week, just before we hit the holiday. So our Halloween deck is going to be our Bloodlust deck. So this is going to be a fun, wait, hold on. Are we reconnecting again? Oh no, we're almost done with the stream. No, don't do this to me now. We're almost done. Almost done. Come on. Hang in there. Okay. Okay, I think we're there for just a little bit more. Phew, okay. So yeah, the stream is starting to poop out right now, but we're almost done, everybody. Give me like 1 or 2 more minutes here, everybody. But yes, so for our future budget deck for Halloween, we'll have a vampire-themed reanimator deck that we're hoping to get ready and going. We'll talk about this again once we get to that point. Otherwise, not much else really we're going to be doing right now because, again, we still have a lot of ideas that I'm trying to kind of sift around. Hopefully, 1 or 2 of them will be made into legitimate decks. Anything else beyond that, we'll probably do some more bonus content for Patreon/members-only content. And we'll probably do, again, a unique stream coming up soon, maybe before the end of the month. But once again, we'll talk about that more, probably in a poll that I'm going to be doing up maybe later today or maybe again in the next couple days. Either way, that is going to be it for today, everybody. One more time, thank you to everybody here. We'll give a shout out to everybody that did show up today. So all of you that were from over on YouTube there. So thanks again for Christina Barkley. Po Panda, appreciate that. Love you. Happy that you like the Pauper content. Colin as well. Thanks again for popping in as well. Over on Twitch there, I'm so sorry. I can't do this correctly. For Life. If I said that wrong, please be sure to correct me so I don't look stupid. And then anybody else that has been watching my content across other formats and other platforms, thank you so much for all of you guys for today. But that is going to be it for today, everybody. We'll be ending this and we'll be doing more content again. We'll do another live stream again over the weekend. As always, I will announce it across socials. But until then, have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But as always, before we get to the end, I do want to remind you again of one more important thing I need to mention. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again this weekend, everybody. Later.